to any victims of sectarian violence in Northern Ireland, especially if you're a Protestant being attacked because you are a Protestant. I would love to hear from you. You can talk and I will listen. Because so far I just get people who... it's misdirection, threats, and racism. But if there's anybody who, even if you just want to give me a piece of your mind or whatever, I'll talk on Skype face to face or whatever. And tell me where I'm incorrect. Because I'm not some evil sociopath wanting to see deaths of people. I think the death of anybody is terrible. But I can easily be persuaded to, I mean, I've seen a lot of evidence to the contrary, to where I would have to get over a lot of that, and there'd have to be answers for that. But I wouldn't demand that from anybody. Anybody who lost a loved one, because I've lost loved ones, I wouldn't press the issue. I just want to listen and hear and say, okay, well, what happened there? Was it part of, Ogre and Heron continuity, or was it just a mob? I'm not trying to shift blame away from the volunteers fighting, if there is blame there, but that's what would change my mind if somebody came forward and said, look, I lost a son, I lost a mother or sister or whatever, and I'm not even asking to do that, but if someone were to do that, I would listen. But if somebody who's a Protestant from Northern Ireland said, look, I mean, the first thing I would ask you is to understand why I have the opinion, why I have the view that I have, and why I have this channel. And if you can respect the fact that I'm not some raving lunatic sociopath trying to stir up hatred, and if you actually have the truth that I haven't seen, please show it to me. I mean, obviously I can't say, I would stop giving donations and money, because of course I've never given any money or donations to any group that may be on the terrorist watch list. That'd be a red flag for the Department of Homeland Security. Of course, I've never done that. But maybe I'll not do it even more. And never again. But I'm at a loss. I would think that there would be some civilized, I mean, if the Ulster Protestants are the civil ones, are the sane ones, aren't the ravenous, rabid beasts, and the Irish Catholics are supposed to be, then why is it that respect goes one way but not the other? Why is it that I say it's terrible when those people died, and it's horrible, and their families, it's this and that, and what I get back is death threats, and racism, and foul language, and you're ignorant, you don't know. Okay, if I'm ignorant, tell me. Show me, because then I'll go on and I'll be saying, look, I used to support that, and I'll keep these videos up, and I've had videos for years on here talking about Northern Ireland. and say, look, I changed my mind. And I've had videos like that on here, where you can I can point to old videos where I held an opposing view, very passionate about it, but I saw new evidence, I meditated on it, I thought upon it, and I said, yes, I was wrong on that issue, and I actually was on a very wrong side of an issue that now I feel ashamed for supporting. But again, this is what the third, fourth, fifth video I've been asking for dialogue. And the comment section, you can see where any hope of anybody who's a loyalist or a Protestant Northern Ireland, not even a loyalist, just a Protestant Northern Ireland, who could say, well, you're wrong because of this and that, and no, it did go both ways, or you haven't seen this or that, or you don't know about this and that. Tell me about it, okay? Or even if you're not in there, but you have the information and you're willing to act like a civilized human being and not like a rabid dog. A rabid dog spewing hatred, talking about killing Irish people. I mean, I don't know how you do it in the Isles, but you see a rabid dog here, you go get your gun and you shoot the dog so it doesn't kill anybody or bite a child and infect a child, and you stay the hell away from them. That's for damn sure. You stay away from rabid animals. So somebody coming at me with rabid, filthy hatred and racism and death threats, that they're not going to get a response. But if there's any rational being out there, they can say, well, no, you're not stupid, you're just ignorant. That's just how the media goes, and that's just what's been out there. And of course, you grew up in Southside Chicago, you only get one side of it. Here's what you haven't seen. And I'll listen. I might ask a few questions, but I'll listen. And I'm not going to say to the person, oh, you need to go home, you need to get off the island, this and that, because in a personal dialogue, of course not. I wouldn't say it to somebody who's being nice to me, but so far, it's not even a cordial debate. I mean, I've seen creationists and atheists argue more politely over stuff. I've seen Zionists and Hamas supporters who are more cordial to each other in debate because they realize they can't, to get their point across,